Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but you can actually hire somebody to prep your inventory for your Amazon FBA online arbitrage business for you. So you do not have to see the inventory. You do not even need to touch your inventory, and it is going to be sent to Amazon. You are going to end up with more profit, even though you are going to pay somebody to do this work for you. In today's video, I will tell you everything that you need to know about Amazon FBA online arbitrage prep centers, why you should use one, how to find one, quick Q&A, quick FAQ about all the things that you need to know. I'm going to tell you my story as well with my prep center, because yes, before I actually found a great prep center, I was with a bad prep center. I make a few videos in the past about it, but I'm going to tell you how you would know if like the red flags that you should see in a prep center, and how you can avoid bad prep centers such as the one that I had in the past. If you do not know me, my name is Mangunza. I release daily videos about selling on Amazon to help you for free, 100% free, actually make more money with your Amazon FBA online arbitrage business. And so if you want more videos like these, subscribe and hit the like button so you get recommended, and it helps a lot as well, right? So first of all, what is a prep center and why do you need one? Grab your snacks, by the way, get a drink, get all that stuff, because it is going to be a little bit long, because I'm really going to go over everything that you need to know about a prep center, right? About prep center. So a prep center, you may know that if you sell on Amazon, if you do online arbitrage, there are some requirements that your products need to match before you actually send them to Amazon warehouses, right? Yes, Amazon is going to take care of everything that comes with the delivery, all that stuff, like all the fulfillment part of the process if you are using Amazon FBA. But before you send the products, they need to be prepped in a certain way, right? So some products need to be in poly bags, they need to be labeled, some products need to be bubble wrapped. It really depends, And Amazon tells you for every single product how you should prep them, and so it's a lot of work. It is super time consuming, and it does not require a lot of skills, right? So what a prep center is going to do is you are going to basically send your product. So let's say I wanted to sell this iPhone, right? I would send this iPhone to my prep center. It would prep it it would do all the prep that it requires. So stick a label on it, put it in a poly bag if it's needed, all that stuff. And then it is going to ship all my inventory to Amazon, ready to be handled by Amazon, right? So of course there's a cost for that, right? And so this is the first thing that you should know. The base cost for a prep center per unit should not be above $1.50, okay? If it is above that for the base cost, because there's some other products that may cost more to prep, and I'm going to talk about that in a few, but the base cost should be under $1.50 per unit. Usually it's going to be closer to $1.30, $1.25, but it can be up to $1.50. Now, the great thing is that you can actually get that money back by shipping your inventory to a prep center in a tax-free state. So for all the people that are not living in the United States, you may not understand this, but the sales tax, so if you are in Europe, it's the VAT that is charged on your products when you buy the products. In the States, the sales tax, which is the exact same thing, is not counted. So the price that you see online or in store, for that matter, of a product is not the final price that you are going to pay. And the final price that you are going to pay is going to be shown at the register or when you actually place your order online, right? So because the sales tax is going to be added on top of that, all right? So, for example, in Florida, the sales tax is 7%, okay? So if I buy something at $10, the real price that I'm going to pay is $10.70, but in store, it is just going to tell me $10, all right? So if you buy something, let's say I buy something at $20, right, to resell on Amazon. If I were to ship it to my house, I would pay $21.40 because I would add 7% on top for the sales tax. Now, if I ship to a state in which there's no sales tax, because there's a few states where there's no sales tax, such as Montana, Oregon, and a couple of other ones. You can look it up if you want to on Google. If I ship it over there, I'm going to pay $0 in sales tax, okay? And so if I ship it over there, instead of paying $21.40, I will just pay the $20 for this product. And so I can easily afford $1.20 in prep fee for my prep center to actually prep this product, and I'm actually going to make 20 cents more than if I were to actually ship this to myself, all right? So this is the whole concept, and this is why you should actually get a prep center, because especially if you start sourcing products that cost a little bit more money, like where the product costs a little bit more, you are actually going to save a lot of money, and you are not even going to need to prep your inventory yourself, right? So quick and easy way to be more profitable and actually being able to make more volume, to do way more volume, because prepping is super time consuming, okay? If you do 500 units a week, it's going to be super time consuming. You are going to probably spend a couple of days prepping your inventory every single week. And so, your time is better spent elsewhere. Prepping is not something that requires a lot of skills. And so, yes, I know some content creator, especially content creators that are doing retail arbitrage, are saying that you should not get a prep center because a prep center is not going to do as good as a job as you would do, and it's super hard to find a good prep center. And so you should actually stick to prepping yourself until you can actually rent your own warehouse and hire people to prep your items. But you are going to run, it's such a limiting worldview, because if you do this, you are never going to outsource anything, and you actually need to outsource stuff, okay? Of course, people are never going to do as good as a job as you are doing, and it's going to be true with everything that you want to outsource in your business. But this is the point where you need to decide, do I want to be a hustler, or do I want to be a business owner and make a business that can grow and that can actually live without me, that can actually grow without me being present in the business, and you will need to outsource stuff, okay? And seeing stuff this way is really dumb. Of course, they are never going to care as much as you do about your business, but if you want to grow a business, there's no other way. You need to outsource stuff, and no, things are not going to be perfect a lot of the time, but this is one of the things that you need to do to actually scale any business. And this is going to be true with any business, not just with prepping, but really with everything, okay? So stop thinking like this. It's really a dumb way to think about stuff. So I thought about the cost. No, some products, and this is something that you are going to need to look for, okay? So whenever you hire a prep center, ask for the whole list of prices. Ask them to send you a sheet with the price for every single items that they can sell, that they can charge you extra fees with this, because a lot of prep centers charge extra fees on some products, and a lot of them are going to try to scam you with this, okay? They're going to charge you $1 extra for liquid, and this is exactly what happened to me with my old prep center. They did not send me the price sheet, and it's my fault. I should have asked, but it is advertised nowhere on their website. And by the way, they just changed their name, and I'm going in. I don't think that it's because my video ranked with I had a bad review of them with their name. And the video actually ranked on Google with their name on it. But I'll make another video with your new name. Do not worry about it. You are not going to escape this, okay? You're a bad prep center, and everybody needs to know it, okay? That's another story. So prep centers are going to charge you extra for certain types of products. For example, for shoes, okay? For shoes, usually it's a little bit more money, which, in my opinion, does not make sense, because to prep shoes, you just need to put a rubber band around the box. That's pretty much it, and then you put it inside the box. It does not require a ton more prep, but they charge you a little bit more money for that, okay? Nothing you can do. Most prep centers are going to do this, and it's fine, okay? Some prep centers are going to charge you extra for poly bags, not that much. They are going to charge you. It really depends on the fee structure, like how their fees are structured, but you try to understand all the fees, get a list of their fees, and make sure whenever they send you an invoice that you double check everything, because they are going to try to overcharge you for a lot of things. And this is, a lot of prep centers are not really honest, and this is exactly what happened to me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story with my old prep center now, and the reason why I actually stopped working with them, and what you should actually be aware of when you actually start working with prep center. So my old prep center, and I have a whole video about it, so I'll make it short. There was that product, okay, that I used to sell myself, that I used to prep myself, and so I really knew the product, and I knew that it was coming in a box, right? And my prep center charged me extra for poly bags, and they did not charge me extra for poly bags, but they were charging extra for liquid products that were not double sealed, right? And so this product was a small lotion, and I'm going to tell you right now, because this product, like this brand, is restricted now. So it was the Clinic, how is it called? You know, the Clinic, it's like the lotion, the Clinic lotion 4.2 Oz. And I knew exactly, because I prepped so many units of that product because it was faster, and I sold a ton of that product with Clinic. I made a ton of money. And I knew that this product was coming in a small box, so it was packaged in a box. And no, when a product is liquid, but it is packaged in a box, there's no extra preps needed. You just slap a label on it and you put it in a box, right? And so, since this product was coming inside a small box, a box packaging, okay? It was a bottle, yes, but it wasn't box packaging. No extra prep was needed, and so there was no reason to charge me an extra $1 for a liquid product, right? And I knew that this product was coming in the box because I prepped it myself, but they insisted that this product did not come in a box. It was not packaged in a box, and so because of that, they charged me an extra $1. And so I asked, because this is a product that I actually bought with one of my friends, okay, Resolutely, one of the mod on the Discord server. And, we purchased it from the exact same sale, so the sale was on Macy's. And, I actually asked him to ask his prep center just to make sure, because I said, you know what, maybe it's true, it could be, it is possible, but I just want to double check, because it could be that this specific sale on Macy's, they did not have them in the packaging, in the box packaging, so maybe they just sent it like this without the box packaging. And I asked him to ask his prep center, did these products came inside small boxes packaging, or did they just put them in the box like this and shipped it like this? And they confirmed that it actually came in a small box, and so my prep center was actually trying to scam me for $1 extra per unit, which, if it's 50 units, 100 units, it's already $100 more in prep fee, which eat a lot on your profit, right? And so just be aware that prep centers are going to try to take advantage of you just like this by doing shady stuff like this. And so you need to be aware of that, and you need to know the products that you are sending. And if you work with friends, make sure that you do not get scammed for stuff like this. And it was not the only thing, but a lot of mistakes. Also, prep centers are going to change to send the wrong size to. For example, I was shipping shapewear. They sent a lot of the wrong sizes, and I will need to make sure that when I get back to the US in 2 weeks, when I will be able to look at my inventory, I might return to see if it was actually the case. But I had a lot of returns for people saying that it was too small or too large, and I'm pretty sure that they inverted the sizes. They did not put the right size on the thing, on the product, when they put the wrong size on the wrong listing, and so because of that I had a lot of returns. And I would need to confirm that, but this is something that will probably happen, and a lot of mistakes, and you need to have an eye on that, okay, for a couple of months when you start working with Prep Center, to make sure that they are actually doing the work, okay? So that's the thing. Now, another thing, turnaround time. Prep Center are going to tell you that their turnaround time is 48 hours most of the time, and most of the time it is not going to be true, okay? Sometimes it's going to take 72 hours, sometimes 96 hours, depending on how many units you have, but most of the time 48 hours is not necessarily true. But even if it's not 48 hours, it's still going to be faster than if you were to do it yourself when you have a ton of units, right? They are going to ship way faster than you, so it is not that big of an issue. Now, should you go with a small prep center or a big prep center? So there's pros and cons in both ways. A big prep center, it's going to be their process will be way better, okay? But the big con with a big prep center is that if it's a big prep center, they have a lot of clients, and probably like it will be way easier for their address to actually be blacklisted by retailers, okay? And for example, I used to order a lot from Belk, and my old prep center was kind of shadow banned by Belk, and so if I placed 3 orders, only 1 would go through at Belk. With Macy's, same thing. Like I wouldn't have. It was kind of hard to actually place orders, but I was able to. Like whenever I had to create a new account, and I had to do some specific stuff for the order to stick. Like this is stuff that you really get to know as you start working with your prep center, right? So this is the big con. And also, like if you work with a big prep center, they will have a commercial address, right? And so a lot of websites do not let orders go through to customer address, and it's going to be way harder to, like you are going to have way more order cancellation when working with a commercial address. No, a prep center If it's a small prep center, they are probably using their home address, and so it's a residential address, and it's going to be way easier to get orders to go through. Okay, you're gonna deal with way less order cancellation, and that's the big thing. But sometimes with a small prep center, they do not have as many employees. It's maybe a family business. It's just the family working, all that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit like it's not the exact same thing. The processes are not going to be as good as with the bigger prep centers, but you have a lot of upsides. Like residential address are the way to go. You're gonna have way less order cancellations. Going to be way easier to order to their address, and also it's going to be way less likely that you deal with their address being blacklisted. All right, so that's when it comes to if you should choose a small prep center or a big prep center. Now, the last thing that you should be aware of when you actually start working with prep center is that your check-in times are going to change, okay? Especially if you were prepping yourself and you were on the East Coast. If you start shipping to the West Coast, check-in times are a little bit longer, depending on the time of the year. The East Coast, usually when I ship from Miami, my stuff check-in super fast. I just send stuff to Charlotte, CLT2. CLT2 checks in super fast, but all the prep center on the West Coast, they ship to the West Coast, and a lot of the fulfillment centers on the West Coast are not as fast as CLT2 when I was shipping from the East Coast. Now, things may have changed. Maybe CLT2 is a little bit slower now. Maybe the check-in times actually are a little bit faster now because I do not even check my check-in times anymore. I just send inventory and it checks in when it checks in. But this is one thing that I noticed when I moved from prepping myself to prepping with a prep center. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much everything when it comes to having a prep center. Now, how do you find actually a prep center? This is the last thing. I'm sorry, I forgot about this. Your best friend is going to be Google. If you do not have friends that can actually give you recommendation on a prep center to actually start, yeah, your best friend is going to be Google. Now, if you're on a prep center recommendation, you can come on the Discord server, open a ticket, ask me, and maybe I'll be able to make you a recommendation, but I will not disclose prep center right there on YouTube and all that stuff because it's I do not want my prep center to be, so I can manage the flow of people coming to my prep center. And yeah, if you want to get a recommendation, come on the Discord server, open a ticket, and I'll help you if there's not too many people that actually did it yet, or if I have another prep center in the future, you can do it this way. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon, watch this video, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Thank you for watching.